Hey, what's up? It's Kit. Time for another video. Today, we're gonna add something to the knot library, and this is the second time I'm starting this video because someone near and dear actually called for tomorrow, and tomorrow we're actually going fishing. So I'm rigging this reel for that rod right there. Okay, and hopefully tomorrow I'll get you some nice footage. But for today, what we'll do is actually I need to show you exactly how I do my PR knots because I do it slightly different. And how I do it is it's for me I consider it as a shortcut because the PR is kind of a long process that I really don't want to go through like each and every single time. However, it's also a stronger knot than an FG, and that's been proven, tried, and tested. Okay, so I'm not gonna argue with anyone who says otherwise, but it's been proven, tried, and tested with professional equipment. Okay, so with professional equipment, not one of these jury rigged gear that you see people, do. And mad respect for people that go out of their way and do things, but unless you actually have a machine like the IGFA that tests all these, all those tests are kind of inconclusive. Okay, that's A. And B, the only other places that have these machines are actually fishing line factories. And yeah, that's it. So unless you know someone from a fishing line factory that have these machines and that you could request, all this, I happen to know quite a few people that have done these tests, and they all say that PR knots are stronger than FGs. So I leave it to the experts. They know. But anyway, this is how I tie mine. There's a few differences, and one other guy that does this is actually my friend Kozo. So yeah, if the big fish hunter actually ties it like this, you know that it works. Alrighty, so right now I have the PR bobbin. This is the PR bobbin that a lot of people can relate to. There are other bobbins that could do a better job, like this one right here. Okay, so you get the spool and you get this bobbin holder that has like a drag, and it is a much stronger drag than what this can produce. And this is no pushover. This is actually a really good bobbin as well. So I have mine at maximum tension. Okay, and I have about 10 revolutions here. That's more than enough. And this is part of the reason why I don't really like PRs, because you cut back a lot, whereas with the FG you can actually control. One of the things that I want to point out also is that I tie my FGs or my PRs a bit shorter than the others. So you'll find people with like really long PRs and stuff. This isn't one of them. Alrighty. So first thing I do is make a long tag end available to me. Okay. So you could do short, you could do long, but since the drag on this is really tight, what I want to do is actually wrap this around 2 or 3 fingers until I have a short length right there. Okay, and then from there I spiral the mono like that. Okay, until it's actually wrapped like that. Okay, now I take several wraps. Okay, and then what I do is, okay, readjust this like so. Okay, and then again, just to make sure the wraps are there. Okay, again, this is very, very tight. I do, so as you can see there, it's not gonna spin a lot. So I will force it to spin. Okay, so like that, and then that's on there, and it's super tension. As you can see, the spirals are there. Okay, spirals are there, and then as soon as I have a few rounds in, I'm going to show you exactly what's happening here. Okay. So I'm keeping everything from spinning by holding. Okay. Now, just going to, and remember, this is very, very tight. Okay. A bit more. That is it. That's how long my PR is. That's it. Okay. Now, I want you to check this out. Okay. Now, I'm actually going to bring you guys in just so you can see this. Okay. Okay. Now, as you can see, my PR is not any bigger than my line. It's super tension there. So in the onset, it's already gripping. Now, remember when I said that there's a lot left always? This is why I don't really like the PR that much, because look at that. That's a lot. And I just need about, okay, I need about this long to be able to just have enough line to close it with. Okay, so cut that off. Okay, so 15 rounds is way more than what you need. Okay, now this there. Okay, a lot of people, what they do is at this point, this is when they tighten, but mine is already super tight, so I don't need to do that. But what I need to do though is put a half hitch on there so that it won't unravel. Okay, so do that. Okay, now this is what I'm gonna do. Take this and my half hitch, I'm gonna tighten that. Okay, so that half hitch was actually like a regular overhand. Okay, just make sure that it's placed correctly. There we go. So that's it. Okay, now this I untangle. Okay, because there's a lot of spirals there, because it's so tight. What happens is that it actually tries to twist on itself. So this is why I need more time to make my PRs. I know a lot of people breeze through this, but since since I have a lot of time while I'm at home, I do this more. Okay. Now having this short of a PR will make it also easier to cast. I know a lot of people that do like really long PRs and kind of actually has an issue with the casting. So here, okay, take this and then just untwist it, because you don't want it to twist. Okay, so as you can see here, that PR, okay, that is so tight. Okay, now, so remember we did the twist. Just putting out my foot here so that I can put tension so it's easier for you guys to see. Okay, so now that was over, I will go under. Okay, and I do this at least 5 times, and I don't want this to be particularly long. Okay, so again, tension here. Okay, go down, tighten, and again, this is like over under thing, same as how you close. That's 3. Okay, and then go under for 4. Go over for 5, and I stop at 5 usually. Okay, so 5, okay? And remember, at this point, it is all um, with with the with both the mono and the braid, okay? So this is very, very important tip. Now, I will take the braid and do a risotto wrap, okay? So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? So take that there, and then wrap. Okay, hold on. Let me do that again. Okay, so still holding 2 here, do a risotto wrap. Make sure that it is not under or in between. Okay, so I sense that it's kind of in between here, so I'm going to make sure that it's not, just for my peace of mind. Okay, because sometimes it does happen. There we go. That's perfect. Okay, is it? There we go. So that's it. Now, okay, go like that and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sometimes you just do 5, sometimes, whatever. Then, well, you know what a risotto wrap is, right? Okay, so just occurred to me that I have to actually show you this. Easy. It's much better if I actually showed you how it's done rather than just saying, like, assuming that you know. And let's do this properly so that you see exactly what I'm talking about here, because otherwise you're gonna get confused. Okay, because sometimes I confuse myself too. Okay, so get the reel, put it here. All right, so this is your line. You have your half hitches, and then you take the braid and you go this way. Okay, so basically it's just a couple of overhands, and then it's an overhand, and then you put your tag end several times. So I'm gonna do 5 now. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and believe it or not, I was actually one of the very first ones to do this as a finishing knot. Momoy, even after they went to ICAST, they even recorded me doing this. This was a long time ago. So, okay, now I'll take this standing end and I'm going to wrap it around the mono, opposite of the direction that I took with the wrap. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll find that after you have the right number of wraps, it will become just an ordinary loop. Okay, just like that. See? That's it. Maybe one more. There we go. So it's just going to be an ordinary loop right there. When that happens, okay, take your tag end and pull. It will automatically close and gather those 2 strands here, the wrap, okay, and you tighten and also pulling the braid, okay, tight. And you'll know if you have it super tight because the color changes, as you know. Okay, so that's kind of purple right there, and it will become kind of transparent, same as that. Okay, so I take this, wrap it around like so. I take this, wrap it around like so. The mono I just leave, okay, and then I pull as tight as I can. make sure that the braid doesn't slip. So sometimes I have to kind of do this several times. Okay, that. So the difference, I'll show you. Okay, but if you haven't noticed yet, okay, the difference, I'm gonna explain. So it's not just the risotto wrap. Boy, that hurts. So it's this. Actually, that's already tight AF. So I'm just gonna make sure here. Okay, so now if you look, this thing is super tight, super clean. Now I will cut the tags, okay, so that you'll see. So I cut the tag and I leave just a tad bit, okay. Be careful not to cut your main line. Okay, that's the main line. Here is the tag of the mono. I will cut just a tad bit. I'll leave like a small smidgen of see that? Okay, now very important. Okay, very important. Now take a blue flame, okay, lighter, because it's easier to control. Just tap the excess right there. Wetting it makes it a bit easier so that the heat doesn't affect it that much. Okay, so again, just tap. That's it. Okay, so that's the knot right there. Now the difference is I don't tie on the braid, put it all on the mono. Okay, what cuts braid? Braid itself. I'm not gonna argue with other people that tie, you know, the, what do you call this, their knots with the braid. If it works for you, it works for you. I tie this because tying it with super tension like this actually affects that bit right there. And again, when braid bites onto itself, it cuts. So for this, the knot, and I've actually tried this, had it tested, and it always breaks on the mono side. So this thing is super tough. I pulled on 85 kilo tuna, and this stayed. Okay, so that's a very good connection. So that is it. I want to keep this as short as possible. It's 18 minutes without a cut. So that's it, guys. If you found this useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet and you learned something, click on that subscribe button, especially if you want to learn more. Okay? Obviously, if you want your friends to learn with you, send them this channel. Share this video, share this channel. And that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Class dismissed.